narcissists dread the most when you go silent. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're delving into a topic that holds a lot of power. What narcissists fear most when you go silent. It's a strategy that can speak volumes, sending a clear message to these individuals. From where I'm standing, going silent seems like a pretty effective way to cut them out of your life if that's what you're aiming for. If you're serious about breaking free from the hurt, chaos, and stress that narcissists bring, silence can truly be a game changer. You see, when you're breaking ties with a narcissist, silence is often underestimated. It's not just about sitting back. It's a powerful act of self-care. Let me emphasize this. Refusing to engage with a toxic person is all about protecting yourself. I know it's not always easy, but when you can pull it off, it's often your best bet. So, let's dive into why silence can be such a potent tool in dealing with narcissists. When we talk about dealing with narcissists, it's like facing energy vampires. They suck the life out of you, especially if you're an empath with flimsy boundaries. You end up feeling utterly drained, and that's because you are. Narcissists feed on drama, chaos, and all the negativity they can get their hands on. Your fear, pain, and confusion, that's their buffet. These folks are masters at pushing your buttons, whether subtly or outright aggressively. Why? So they can feast on the negative energy that erupts. They'll go to extremes to stir up your emotions, devouring your reactions like a famished beast. Simply put, your emotional turmoil becomes their dinner. They thrive on your suffering, which they intentionally provoke. It's almost like they're demons reveling in human misery. Let's be real here, there's a striking similarity. Destructive narcissists operate on the same wavelength. People who wreck relationships, whether through direct manipulation or by causing chaos and pain. Ever wondered why narcissists act like emotional vampires? It's all about sucking the life out of you. This behavior screams not just narcissistic traits, but full-blown destructive narcissism. It's all about their inflated sense of entitlement and complete lack of empathy. But here's the thing. When you choose to go silent around a narcissist, it's like hitting them where it hurts. I'm not talking about playing their games with passive-aggressive moves or seeking attention like they do with a silent treatment. No, I mean embracing silence with confidence and clarity, even if it's tough. When you stay silent with guts and communicate that the narcissist means nothing to you, you're setting clear boundaries. You're saying, there's no narcissistic supply here. And when you go silent like that, in control of your emotions, firm in your identity, cool, calm, and collected, you're essentially cutting off their emotional and energetic lifeline. By denying them the validation and attention they crave, you're putting your well-being first and shutting down their manipulation game. It's like turning off their power source and reclaiming your own energy. When you stick to this silent strategy for the long haul, it's a game changer. Maybe not right off the bat, but the more consistently you keep them in the dark, the quicker they'll scramble to find another victim to fulfill their twisted needs. And guess what? That means you'll finally get some peace. And isn't that what you're after? You don't need to have the last word in a showdown with a narcissist. Being right won't make a difference, and no matter how hard you try, you won't penetrate their defenses. More importantly, they won't change. So if your goal is peace, and you want to foster happy, healthy relationships with folks who don't think they have the right to hurt you and then pin the blame on you, keeping quiet is the way to go. Combining your focus on healing with breaking toxic cycles is where the real transformation begins. When you decide to brush off the influence of narcissists and prioritize your own well-being and surround yourself with stable, supportive people, you take back the reins. Their actions lose their power over you when you refuse to engage. By cutting ties, you stop their manipulation and force them to find someone else to prey on. The best part. Eventually, they'll move on, though it might take some time. Once they realize they can't control you anymore, they might try to come back. It might take consistently showing disinterest before they finally get the message and move on. But trust me, considering a narcissist as unimportant is the fastest route to freedom. I understand the challenge of seeking approval from people who can't give genuine support. I've been there, and breaking away from that cycle can feel overwhelming. But it's crucial for our own growth and healing. As empaths, we tend to prioritize showing kindness and empathy, sometimes neglecting our own needs. But it's important to remember that we have to take care of ourselves first. What if we began by showing ourselves love and attention? What if we focused on our own well-being, while also recognizing the difficulties posed by highly manipulative individuals with destructive narcissistic traits? No matter how caring or genuine you are, some people just don't value kindness, honesty, or politeness. It's like they speak a whole different language. While spreading love and compassion is admirable, it doesn't always work when dealing with destructive narcissism. Being nice, honest, or polite often doesn't change anything in situations with narcissistic behavior. Sometimes it can even make things worse. So it's important to realize that being kind alone won't solve your problem with a narcissist. Thinking that your kindness will fix a destructive narcissist is just fooling yourself. Sometimes staying quiet becomes your best way to stand up for yourself and distance yourself from their influence. Despite how charming they may seem, narcissists lack real integrity. Don't be fooled by their mask. Underneath, there's nothing but emptiness. Their interactions usually revolve around control and power, whether they show it openly or subtly. They twist the truth and manipulate situations to serve their own interests, often spreading lies and turning people against you. When you're tangled up with narcissists, be careful about who you trust. They're often the ones stirring up trouble and spreading lies. Keep your guard up and look out for yourself above all else. Focus on taking care of you instead of trying to reason with folks who lack empathy or understanding. Prepare to handle whatever comes your way and put your well-being first. Don't waste energy trying to prove yourself to those who won't listen. The people who truly know and care about you will see the truth, regardless of the lies being spread. Starting your journey to healing is a big step toward facing these challenges. It's tough, but it shows you're growing. It stings when others believe the lies, but sometimes staying quiet speaks volumes. Choosing silence when dealing with a narcissist strips away their power. They rely on lies to manipulate. Even if they try to tarnish your reputation, focus on what you can control and taking care of yourself to find your happiness. Your presence in our discussions means a lot to us. Your support helps us keep things running smoothly and opens up new opportunities. Thank you for being such a valuable part of our community and for all your contributions.